Today we are going to start with the last module of this semester, that is Management Information System. What is Management Information System? MIS is an integrated user machine system for providing information to support operations, management and decision making functions in an organization. It can also be defined as a system used to transform data into useful information as needed to support managerial decision making. That means MIS gathers data from multiple sources, analyzes and generates information that decision makers can use to make day-to-day decisions. MIS improves decision making by providing up-to-date and accurate information and enables the organization's planning, control and operational functions to be carried out effectively. It also facilitates communication within and outside the organization. Data and information. Data and information, these are the two very important terms which we need to study. Data is nothing but it is a given or fact, a number, a statement or a picture. It represents something in the real world such as the product, book, employee. The raw materials in the production of information is called as data, whereas information is nothing but it is the data that have meaning within a context. Data in relationships is the information, and data after manipulation is also called as the information. For example, 500, it is just a number which is the data. But this 500 is just not the number, but it represents price of some product. So this becomes the information. Further, we can relate this price rupees 500 with a product. For example, pen drive. This again generates the information that the pen drive costs 500 rupees. Data after manipulation is also called as information. For example, if 5 pen drives are purchased, after processing this data, that is rupees and the quantity, it generates the amount, that is the information. So this is how the data within a context or in relationships and after processing the data becomes the information. The information which is generated can in turn be used as the data. This slide shows how the data is converted into information by taking the example of a product. So here, to manufacture bicycle, we require different raw material which will work as the input. So this raw material is processed in the factory, and after processing, the bicycle is manufactured or produced. In the similar way, the data which is there in the raw format is processed by the system. That is, the data is manipulated by performing various operations on it, such as the arithmetic calculations like addition, subtraction, or the logical operations like comparisons and also data can be arranged in the required format to generate the information. After discussing the relationship between the data information, let us discuss the concept of MIS. It involves three terms: management, information, and system, which provides complete and focused definition of MIS. So management is the art of getting work done through people. It covers planning, control, and administration of the operations. Top management handles planning, middle management concentrates on controlling, and lower management is concerned with the actual administration. Information, it is defined as the process data. As we just now discussed in the previous slide, the data is processed to generate the required information. System is a group of independent but interrelated elements operating together to achieve a predefined objective. System is made up of input, processing, output, and feedback. Thus, MIS is a system for processing data in order to give proper information to the management for performing its function and also for decision making. So there are three main functions of MIS. First one is the collect data. Data required by the organization is collected from various sources. For example, the organization has to maintain the data related to the employees, products, raw material, supplier, customers, and so on. Next function is store and process the data. The data collected from various sources is stored in the required format so that it can be accessed in the future. And next is to present the information to managers. The information which is generated is communicated to the required people in the organization. For example, the consolidated information about the sales help managers to predict the sales of next year. Now let us discuss the components of MIS. Components of MIS are classified as logical and physical components. So first let us discuss logical components. The first one we have here is data gathering. So data gathering is the process of collecting the required data from different sources. Data entry. Using this, the data is stored in the required format which can be accessed in future. Data transformation is the process of converting data into the required information as per the requirements of the organization, and once the information is generated, it is used for decision making. Physical components are hardware. It consists of the physical components such as the input devices, output devices, storage devices, and the other devices which are required. Software is the collection of programs which are used to generate the required information. Using database, the data collected is stored in the structured format and with security. Procedures are the operating procedures which is in the form of manual or instruction booklet, which will guide the users or the managers of MIS to get the required information. Operating personnel are the users who use the system. It also involves the people who are involved in building MIS, such as the system analyst, programmers, database administrators, and the users. Next, we have data lifecycle. Data lifecycle has 4 stages. First is data originating. At this stage, the data required by the organization is collected from various sources. This stage is one of the important stage in data lifecycle, as to generate the correct information, the accurate data is required. Next stage in the data lifecycle is processing and immediate use. The data which is collected is processed so that the required information can be generated. Next is ready access storage. The data which is collected need to be stored in the required format so that it can be accessed in the future to generate the information. And the last stage of data lifecycle is data destruction. So at this stage, the data which is unnecessary will be removed by the system.